At long last, finally, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mario Party 4 Top 15 Favorite Minigames Part 2. I'm your host, Rather Knight, and today we're going to do the second part of the Top 15 Favorite Minigames in Mario Party 4. If you have not checked out the last video, I would suggest you check it out first before you check this one, because it holds my list of all my favorite kinds of Mario Party 4 minigames, in my personal opinion. So, just to be advised to you though, if you like some of these minigames, that's great. If it's not part of your top 10, that's alright, because they're my personal silly personal opinions. Just to be clear though, these kind of minigames though were so memorable. I can't tell you though how much as a kid I really enjoyed playing these Mario Party 4 minigames over and over back in my middle school years. Way back though, right after it was a GameCube. So, what's your favorite Mario Party 4 minigames? Why don't you tell us in your comments though? I'm pretty sure everybody would like to find out their own as well. Sometimes though they're kind of bad minigames, but others though, sometimes they just explode you right at your own face. So, be advisable though, when it comes to Mario Party 4, when it comes to Mario Party games, there aren't any bad minigames though. Nobody actually wants to miss out on. So with that being said though, why don't we get started for the top 15 favorite minigames. So, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and see if you want to see more. If I can at try and possibly though, because I have a lot of work to catch up on. I'm grateful I finally catched up with this. And finally, we could put this Mario Party 4 to a close. Every last memorable moment of them all, our favorite times with Mario Party 4 minigames, every last one of them, so much nostalgicness of them. Number 10. Slime time! Ah yes, I remember playing this kind of minigame though. The goal of this minigame here is to keep mashing the A button as much as you can to get to the goal before your rivals could. This minigame is more of a challenge though. Keep mashing your A button until you reach to the end and outclass your competitors. It's a really fun minigame. I kind of enjoyed this one. I remember playing this though in hard mode, and it wasn't that hard, so all I can say is this is pretty short and easy, yet a bit more of a risk race to try and beat to the game. Number 9. Treasure Trek. Ah, the nostalgic for this mini game. I know though that it'd be more fun to actually play with actual players, but sometimes AI sometimes can be good or sometimes not that bright. This minigame of course requires you and your partner to find both of the treasure chests and the key at the same time and meet up at the same spot. The best strategy of them all is to actually have a partner follow you, so that way you and your partner can actually get to the next point if you manage to get the first one. This minigame is a bit more challenging because it's more of a navigational maze. You have to be looking carefully to where one destination spot is and the other where the other one is. And hopefully though you can navigate it though for you and your partner to win the game for good. It's a bit challenging, it's a bit challenging, but however though, it could be fun. Who knows, maybe you can actually get lucky though and memorize it through navigation very, very well. Number 8. Manta Rings. Oh, this was a very good classic. If you didn't know, I was always into water. I always wanted to swim underwater. I've always dreamt of actually going underwater to see the beauty of this ocean floor. The goal of this minigame here is to go through every ring and get the highest points more than your opponent. Regular rings are worth 1 point, while the golden ones are worth 3 points. It just makes sure you watch out of obstacles such as squids and eels, because these things actually kind of get bothersome to you. If a manta ray shows up though, this is a good chance to actually get some golden rings and get some more points. And once you gather enough rings, though, you actually win the game.
Ah, I'm the winner!
Number 7. Photo Finish. Another type of racing minigame. This one actually contains each of the 3 picture pieces of the mall, such as Toad and his little cafeteria, Shy Guy on his cart, and, of course, penguins skating on their ice rink. The goal specifically is to complete all the puzzle pieces before your rivals do. If you manage to actually get them all, you clear the game and win. This is a really fun one, so I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yes, I'm the winner!
Number 6. Paths of Peril. Oh, this minigame was actually made into the battle minigames. The goal here is to get to the goal by picking either side, though, to pick an easy path or a challenging path before your opponent does. You'll have to make sure, though, that you have to actually, and I mean you, the player, have to race through and navigate very carefully on this map of the game. If you somehow slip once, though, you not only fall behind, but also you might lose precious time. This game is a lot more funner since I remember playing this, because even though I'm a bit careful sometimes, I have to be very, very navigational to be one idle compass. I always actually kind of enjoy this mini game. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you and everybody else can actually enjoy it though, because this is a really fun type of battle mini game to actually enjoy. So, be advisable, take your navigation carefully. Number 5. Book Squirm. Okay, this is a guilty pleasure of it too. I like this minigame. It's probably because it's featured in the 100 Mario Party minigames. I understand. This is actually a very unique minigame here. The goal of this is for one player to actually be the last player standing alive while the books are coming down at you, trying to squish you. In order to win this, though, you have to remember where the shadow patterns are, and hopefully you don't get squashed. Go through each of these little symbol holes, make your way through it, though, be the last one standing, and you obviously win the game. This game was actually a really great minigame, so unique. Number 4. Long Claw of the Law. Oh, this minigame. This minigame is sort of very good Western style minigame here. The goal of you is to get all 3 of the same characters and then bring them into you before your rival could. Get all 3 and you win the game. This minigame is not hard, but it's really fun and challenging to try and look for the right opponents, since these kind of characters will actually try and close the door on you. Just to be advisable though, this game was really enjoyable. I kind of like it though, how much you're actually playing this old Western style. Except you're not actually catching the crooks, you're rounding them up. Number 3. Toad's Quick Draw. Another shooting type of gallery minigame, but this is utter patience, and this minigame is about shooting the right target. The goal here is simply just like Toad says in a minigame, where Toad holds up a flag and tells you what color to actually hit. This time, your goal here is to hit the right balloon for what Toad pops up tells you by the flag. Hit the target before your opponents could and you earn a point. It's really fun, it's very enjoyable, it's sort of like a very good shooting gallery minigames, which I actually kind of like. I remember this game way back though, especially playing Mario Party 6.
Finish! Yeah!
Number 2. Three throw. Okay, I have a hard time pronouncing that, but hear me out though. You know, usually I'm not sort of a fan when it comes to Mario sports minigames, but however, this one actually is really good minigame. The goal here, of course, is to actually get more points than your opponents by actually jumping up in the air and throwing the basketballs into each hoops. Now, whoever says though that Nintendo doesn't have that much kind of sense of humor? It's really fun, it's enjoyable. I actually kind of like it where you, the player, have to get all as much points as possible than your opponents do. This game was actually so fun though. I can't tell you how many times though I like kicking the AI's tail's butt. I am so sorry for that. But this game is so great. I can't tell you how many times I enjoy playing this. This is a kind of very nice mechanic though. I wish for it to return. And well, it was so good they actually brought it back in the Mario Party 100 minigames. It's really fun. You should enjoy it as well. And it's not that difficult. Number 1! Dungeon Duels! This was the best minigame ever! It is a gauntlet race. This minigame requires you and your partner to get out of the dungeon by simply pulling these metal things so that way you and your partner can easily get out, turn this little sucker around to help you and your partner able to get through opening gaps so that way you can make it through, or the next kind of stage, find the right pipe to get to the next level. And last but not least, use a balloon blimp to actually escape for the final round. I can't tell you how fun this is to actually play this minigame over and over. This was the most funnest minigame ever. Best duo co-op minigame. It's simply a dungeon. And the goal of this is for you and your partner to escape while the timer goes. Whoever actually reaches to the goal first wins the game. This is simply a bit more planning and more strategic though to see who will actually get there first and how you and your partner must cooperate together in order to get out of this dungeon. I actually enjoyed this game very, 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 very well. I love this minigame. I love this game so much. It's so beautiful. It's so nostalgic. So I wish there were more minigames like this, where you can run through the gauntlet and win the game.
I lost!
Alright, that's it. We are done with Mario Party 4. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you all very much for actually sticking around for enjoying these kind of minigames while I play through every last one. Even though I got screwed a lot by the game because the game was being mean to me a lot. The only time of memorable moments I actually enjoyed these kind of minigames was always the time playing these minigames with a couple of friends I always know. I enjoy these minigames so much. Good ones, sometimes bad ones, and sometimes the worst ones. But thank you guys for watching. Hope we see you again someday.